Hello everyone, welcome to Pet Experts. I'm Sunamar and finally a veterinary student. As you all know, I have been breeding Toy Poms since more than a decade. So I have been getting a lot of inquiries from you guys regarding how to maintain the coat of a Pomeranian. That includes how to shower your dog and how to brush them regularly, what kind of brushes to use. So these are the things that I will try to cover in today's video. But before we hop into that, this is Mr. Leo. He's a new member for our kennel. He's about 10.5-month-old male, and he's super loving and disciplined. Today I'll show you how to brush him, and this brushing technique basically applies on all age groups, whether it's a puppy, whether it's an adult, or maybe your dog in a shedding season. Whatever the conditions are, the method's going to remain the same to brush them. But before we start, I really request you guys to please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can be notified for our future videos. So guys, first I would discuss the equipment that you require to maintain a Pom's coat in terms of brushing. First, this is known as a pin brush, and it is one of the most important tools that you need. It's going to be used on a daily basis. But there's a really important thing that you should keep in mind when buying your pin brush. There are some pin brushes in the market which have kind of a plastic ball at the end of each pin. We're not going to use those brushes. They're bad for double-coated dogs and they tend to break more hair. So avoid those. And I'll also be adding the pictures of all these tools or brushes in the video. Then comes the stainless steel Pom. It comes in many companies, and we are going to be using the wider side, not the narrower side. The wider side is really good for Poms, but again, we're not going to be using this every day. It's used only once a week or the max twice a week. And last, it's the slicker, known as slicker brush. This is basically used for short hair or to remove dead hair. And again, this is available in a lot of companies. Then these were the main brushes. Now there's some other stuff that you might require. So this I have in my hand is a Talcum Powder by Poms. You can get it from anywhere or any company that you like, not a concern. And the other thing I have is a detangling spray. It's also known as a leave-on conditioner, and it's really important to have these, but if this is not available, then we could go with the talcum powder. That means the leave-on conditioner is the first preference for us. Then at last, I have these wet wipes that we use to clean their eyes. So this was the whole equipment, and let's start brushing this little boy, right? Guys, first thing first, whenever brushing your little friend, always try to keep him on a raised surface like a table. Like over here I have a grooming table, but obviously all households don't have grooming tables. You can go with any table. Because when you try to brush your dog on the floor or sitting at his level, the dog won't stand. Once it comes to a height, the dog gets a little scared in the beginning, and then after a while he develops a habit that once he's on the table, that means he's going to be brushed. So it's really important to keep this in mind. Then another thing, if you have a grooming table, we basically attach a leash to the spot and tie it up so that the dog doesn't sit. But in our case over here, I'm not going to be using this because I'm going to have to show you all sides and change positions every now and then. So we will just work without this. So let's start. first thing, I'm using a detangling spray. If not available, you can use the Talcum Powder. Remember, we're going to use it in very little quantity, never excess of it. That was done. Then we're going to start with brushing the back. Let's move this aside. There you go. So when brushing, we're going to brush fast but not hard. And another thing, never take the brush in this direction. Never pull the hair out. Always keep it straight. That way you won't break a lot of hair. And in this area, the thigh area, we're going to brush the hair towards the bottom. Then for this area, the buttocks, brush. The brushing technique is going to remain the same, that is soft and in the right direction. I tend to do this because a lot of time we leave this place unattended, the one under the hair, and it ends up leading to mats, so keep that in mind. So once the buttocks and the thighs are covered, we'll move to the tail. For tail, hold the tail gently. Keep in mind the coat on tail is very sensitive. Once broken, it takes very long for it to go back. So always be gentle with it. Get a good view of that. Now we have also covered the tail. Once done, hold the tail in your hand. We're not going to pull it, but if you don't have the stand to tie him up, holding the tail keeps the dog in position. Then I'm going to cover this back part. Same thing. Brush quickly, but making sure you cover the whole area. And in this area, we're going to be brushing from tail towards the head. That is trying to make the hair stand. This will make your dog look way more fluffier. It'll teach the hair to stay in this position. So notice these little hairs. We're going to also brush them. Even these here are going to go in the upward direction towards the face. Another thing that you should know, if your dog's really matted and you feel it needs a more detailed brush, keep your hand like this, brush a little area, move your hand a little up, then brush a little area again. Go in layers. That will help you clear the whole coat. But in routine, you don't have to go into those little go into the layering brush. It's known as line brushing. Same thing you'll do on this side. Now let's come to this area behind the ears. Again, we have to brush this in the opposite direction. But what happens over here is sometimes when you just brush in the opposite direction, you can't get the whole thing clear, there would be small mats over here. So a wise thing to keep in your practice is once brush it in the back direction also. And guys, if you really wanna know more about my dogs or have a lot of questions or answers that you need to your questions, or maybe you just love seeing cute puppies and posts related to pets, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. It's Pet Experts Insta. I'll be writing the username in the description below, so please go up there and follow us. And if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, please pause the video for a second and subscribe. So now we need to cover the ear. Look, this is the condition of ear. Because these here are comparatively more silky, and I think he got this area red from some place, so we won't be able to clear it fully, but let's give it a try. So we hold the ear like this and use the slicker brush. But remember, slicker brush is to be used very lightly, never push it into the coat, or else you would end up pulling too much hair. The slicker brush is basically used behind the ears, on the head, and on hocks, I'll show you that. See, the hair are like in a similar condition. I hope it's visible in the camera. At the end of this video, I'll give you a tip to how to keep these hair in control, because I know all pet owners have a big issue with them, that they always remain silky and it's a place for mat formation. How can I reduce that? Watch the video till the end and I'll let you know. In addition to behind the ears, there's going to be little small hair over here in this area. You're going to see them when brushing. We use slicker for that. Then we come to the front. Again, first brush a little to the bottom. When brushing the front, it's always a good idea to hold the face lightly. Don't press it too hard. And within some time, your dog will get used to it and will start standing like this. Basically, dogs love getting brushed after a while. They enjoy it. It's kind of a massage for them. So first I brushed it in the downward direction to get the mats down, and then I'm brushing it up in the upward direction again. It's important to get in between these legs over here. Okay, so now basically the upper body is covered. For the lower body, it's really good if you could get your dog upside down. You have to train them from a young age. We are totally comfortable with that. However, it's not going to be possible for you guys to see if I put him upside down. So instead, I'll just do it while he's standing. So for the legs, what we do is pick one leg up. Always pay special attention to the armpits. This is a place where you're gonna find mats and ticks where you come. And guys, when you're brushing, always keep a look for ticks and moles. It's a good time to examine your dog. Done. Now the other leg. Again, same. Then I'm gonna hold his front two legs, raise them forward, giving him support with my back. brush it between the legs. This area is again home to mats, so be careful. Once brushed in any direction that's comfortable for you, the final brushing should be from the tail to the head. Done. And let's just give it a final touch. Yes, we forgot one thing. That is the hocks. As we all know, our little friends over here have a lot of hair on their hocks. So the best brush to use on their hocks is basically a slipper brush. You just hold it. That's it. Now we have covered his whole body with a pin brush and certain areas with a slipper. Slipper is never required more than this, than what I use. And for my friends in India, Andis is like the only company that's providing such brushes, the type of pin brush we require. It's not a paid promotion, just helping you guys out, and you can get it on Amazon. So now that we have covered the whole coat with the pin brush, the next thing we're going to be using is a stainless steel palm. So same principle, start at the back and keep it very gentle. Don't rush it. Never pull the hair out with your palm. Then we're gonna cover his back now. Same way, soft and gentle. And guys, this palm is going to be used only once a week or to the max twice a week, whenever there's a special occasion. If you're overusing this palm, you're gonna end up taking out the undercoat. And when using it, don't push it too much into the skin. It's basically just for finishing touches. Basically our pin brush has covered everything. And guys, the tip that I promised at the beginning of this video was how to control the wavy hair behind the ears. For that, whenever bathing your dog, take dish soap, the soap used for washing your dishes, dilute it a bit, and start by bathing him behind his ears, and don't forget to rinse it with a lot of water, and then give a shampoo with any other shampoo that you have been using on your dog. That basically helps in removing, I would say, the extra oil from those hairs, and they end up being dry and thus less stickier. Same thing as we did with the pin brush. First I'm brushing it downwards and then bringing the whole coat upwards. Soft and nice. And don't forget to brush over here between the legs. The top is covered. We usually avoid the palm on the tail. So the top is covered. Again, pick him up, giving him support with the back. And as I mentioned before, these two areas and the armpits are more prone for mats. So always be thorough with these areas. Another thing, if you own a male dog, they tend to get these hair dirty very quickly. So it's a good idea if you want to trim a bit over here. So yeah, that doesn't hurt. It's gonna make your grooming a lot more easier. And we also use the slicker for these small hair in the foreleg, so also the beginning of the foreleg. Same over here. pick up the leg. That is just so that you could see it better. And at last, we're going to be using wet wipes. You can get them from anywhere. I already have that out of the packet. It's basically used for cleaning the eyes. Holds the head firmly but nicely, not like straining it up. You should be cleaning their eyes at least once a week. The best thing is every other day. So guys, our boy Leo is all set for his walk. We're going out, and I'm pretty sure people are gonna love it, and he's all groomed and looking like a fur ball. I hope you enjoyed today's video and learned something. In the upcoming videos I will be talking about more grooming tips, that is like how to give a bait to a Toy Pom, and how to trim their nails, and a lot of other pet related issues. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. Stay tuned.